Rasheeda stormed into the room, her eyes blazing with fury. The news had struck her like a tidal wave, and she was ready to confront the source of her heartbreak. "What did you just say?" she demanded, her voice sharp and filled with disbelief. Jasmine leaned casually against the wall, her arms crossed and a smug smile playing on her lips. "I'm pregnant. Kirk's the father," she said, as though sharing the most ordinary news. Rasheeda felt her heart sink, a storm of anger and shock swirling inside her. "You think you can just walk in here and drop that bomb? You must be out of your mind." Jasmine shrugged, pretending to be indifferent. "Not my fault you couldn't keep him in check. He wanted this." The words cut deep, fueling Rasheeda's fury. "You think this is a game? You're trying to destroy my family over one mistake." Jasmine stepped closer, defiance flashing in her eyes. "This isn't just a mistake, Rasheeda. It's real. You can't just pretend it isn't happening." Rasheeda's blood boiled. "You don't know who you're dealing with. I won't let you take my life away." Jasmine let out a cold, bitter laugh. "You're in denial. Kirk made his choice. This baby changes everything." The tension between them was suffocating, thick with unsaid words and emotions. Rasheeda stepped even closer, her voice low and steady but edged with venom. "You think you're winning? I will fight for my marriage and my family. You won't just take that from me." Jasmine tilted her head, her smile laced with arrogance. "Fight all you want. But love doesn't just vanish because you're angry. He's tired of your drama." Rasheeda clenched her fists, taking a deep breath to steady herself. "Drama? You think this is about drama? This is my life, my family. You're nothing but a distraction." Jasmine's eyes narrowed, her tone mocking. "If anything, I've brought him happiness, something you haven't done in a long time." Rasheeda's anger overflowed. "You think you can walk in here and act like you own the place? You're crossing a line." Before she could think, Rasheeda raised her hand and slapped Jasmine across the face. The sound echoed in the tense air, and Jasmine stumbled back, her face a mixture of shock and fury. "You think this is a joke?" Rasheeda hissed, her chest rising and falling with adrenaline. "You have no idea who you're messing with." Jasmine quickly regained her composure, her eyes flashing with defiance. "You think a slap is going to scare me? Please, I've been through worse." Rasheeda paced the living room, her heart pounding as the weight of the moment pressed down on her. The betrayal, the anger, and the heartbreak filled the room, leaving no space for forgiveness or peace. The confrontation wasn't over, but one thing was clear: neither woman was backing down. She could hardly believe the whispers she had heard just yesterday. The news felt like a sharp blade piercing her heart. The mere thought of Kirk, her husband, being involved in an affair was unbearable. But the betrayal hit even closer to home than she could have ever imagined. Taking a deep breath, she gathered the courage to confront him. "Kirk," she began, her voice trembling. "I need the truth. I've been hearing things about you and my mom." Kirk's face turned pale, confusion flashing across his features. "What are you talking about, Rasheeda? You know I'd never—" "Don't lie to me," she interrupted, her anger bubbling to the surface. "You can't keep denying this. I have proof. How could you do this to me? To us?" Kirk stammered, clearly unprepared for the confrontation. "It's not what you think. Your mom and I—" "Not what I think?" she shot back, her voice laced with disbelief. "You were supposed to be my partner, my confidant. And instead, you're sneaking around with my mother? How could you betray me like this?" The air between them grew thick with tension, heavy with the weight of broken trust. Rasheeda crossed her arms, her eyes locked on him, waiting for an explanation. But Kirk struggled to find the words. His gaze darted around the room, as if searching for an escape. "Look, I made a mistake," he finally said, his voice shifting from defensive to pleading. "It didn't mean anything." "Didn't mean anything?" she repeated, her voice rising in disbelief. "You think that makes it better? This isn't just a fling. It's my mother. This isn't just about our marriage. It's about betrayal on every level, a tie." Silence that followed was suffocating, both of them trapped in the enormity of what had just been revealed. It was more than just betrayal. It was a betrayal of family. Kirk stepped closer, desperation written all over his face. "Rasheeda, please. I can fix this. We can fix this. Just give me a chance to explain." "Explain?" Rasheeda's voice quivered, not from fear, but from deep, raw pain. "What is there to explain? You chose her over me. You crossed a line that can't be undone." The silence that followed felt unbearable. Rasheeda fought to hold back tears, determined not to show weakness. She was stronger than her pain. Memories of their shared love raced through her mind, now tarnished by betrayal. "Your actions have consequences, Kirk," she said firmly, her voice calm despite the storm raging inside her. "I deserve better. I deserve loyalty, respect, especially from my husband. You've broken my trust in ways I never thought possible." Kirk's eyes filled with regret, struggling to form the right words. "I never meant to hurt you. It just happened. I was weak. I didn't think." "Didn't think? That's your excuse?" Rasheeda scoffed, bitterness lacing her words. "You're a grown man. You should have known better. This isn't just a mistake, Kirk. This was a choice. You chose to betray me in the worst way." She turned away, needing space to breathe, to make sense of the chaos tearing at her heart. "I can't even look at you right now," she whispered, her voice cracking. "You've crossed a line that can never be uncrossed." As she reached for the door, Kirk's hand shot out, gently gripping her wrist. "Rasheeda, please, don't walk away. I love you." His words hung heavy in the air, but to Rasheeda, they felt hollow. Love? How could this be love? Love didn't destroy trust. Love didn't tear families apart. "Love?" she repeated, her voice filled with disbelief. "What you did isn't love. It's the opposite. How can I ever trust you again?" Tears stung her eyes, but her heart was firm. She pulled her arm free, her resolve stronger than her pain. "I need time. You've shattered everything we built together, and I don't know if I can ever see you the same way again." She stepped out into the night, the cool air wrapping around her like a wave, grounding her in the reality of her heartbreak. She felt lost, but there was also a strange sense of freedom. The weight of Kirk's betrayal was heavy, but at least, now she knew where she stood. Behind her, Kirk stood alone, grappling with the devastation of his choices, realizing he might have just lost the love of his life forever. Their 25-year roller coaster relationship had reached its breaking point, and Rasheeda was finally ready to face the future, with or without him. Rasheeda had endured Kirk's endless cycle of unfaithfulness for far too long. His cheating and deception had been a constant burden on their marriage, and now she was finally done. Kirk had made headlines multiple times for his questionable behavior, but one of the most unforgettable moments was his on-screen betrayal during a getaway on Love and Hip Hop. That scene became infamous, not only for its drama, but also for Kirk's dishonesty about paternity when Rasheeda was pregnant during season 2. It was a devastating blow that shook their relationship to its core. By season 3, Kirk agreed to take a DNA test to prove paternity, but instead of bringing closure, it only made things worse. Rasheeda was left heartbroken and struggling to comprehend the depth of the betrayal. Their rocky marriage also sparked intense clashes with Rasheeda's mother, Shirlene, who famously ran over Kirk's motorbike in a fiery confrontation. Despite their many years of very public ups and downs, it now seems that Rasheeda is ready to take back control of her life and step away from a marriage that has felt more like a dramatic soap opera than a partnership. If the rumors of divorce are true, it would mark a significant turning point for Rasheeda. As a longtime cast member known for balancing her career, family, and her complicated relationship with Kirk, this decision would be monumental. Rasheeda's journey has been a roller coaster, and many are standing in support of her choice to finally cut ties with Kirk Frost after years of betrayal. It looks like Rasheeda is no longer willing to be second to Kirk's cheating and lies. She's choosing to prioritize her own peace and happiness as she steps away from their turbulent relationship. Meanwhile, Kirk shook his head firmly. Nothing, Absolutely nothing. It's like she vanished with the money. I was left scrambling, trying to figure out what happened. Now I'm caught in a web of accusations. People think I'm hiding assets, but the truth is, I'm the one who's been wronged. Jessica's expression softened with understanding. What steps are you taking to address these allegations and recover your assets? Kirk's expression turned serious, his determination evident. I've already started legal proceedings. It's going to be a tough battle, but I'm determined to reclaim what's rightfully mine. This isn't just about the money. It's about clearing my name and uncovering the truth. I want people to see that I'm not just sitting back, I'm taking action. Jessica leaned back, carefully considering his words. With such a high-profile case, there's bound to be a lot of public attention. How are you handling the pressure and its impact on your reputation? Kirk took a deep breath, his eyes reflecting a mix of determination and fatigue. The public scrutiny is intense and the stress can feel overwhelming, but I have to stay focused. This is about more than just my reputation. It's about justice and making sure the truth is known. Jessica nodded in understanding. And what do you want to say to your supporters during this difficult time? Kirk's voice softened but remained firm. I'm truly thankful for everyone's support. Honestly, I want to be real. I want to be open. No more secrets, no more lies. I'm done pretending. Rasheeda watched him closely, the tension in her shoulders easing slightly. Are you really ready for that? It's going to be messy, and it might hurt. Messy is better than nothing, he replied, a hint of hope in his eyes. I don't want to give up. I want to fight for what we had, and what we could still have. She hesitated, clearly weighing his words. It won't be easy. Trust is broken, and we'll have to rebuild it from scratch. I know, he said, sincerity in his voice. But if we're both honest, maybe we can find our way back. It won't be perfect, but I want to try. Finally, Rasheeda uncrossed her arms, her stance softening as the wall between them started to crack. All right then, let's start with the truth, all of it. Kirk took a deep breath, a mixture of relief and anxiety washing over him. I was scared, Rasheeda. Scared that I'd ruin everything or lose you. So I buried myself in distractions. But that wasn't fair to you. Rasheeda's eyes softened, and a small sigh escaped her lips. I was scared too. Scared of being vulnerable and getting hurt again. So I tried to control things in the only way I knew how. They stood there, facing each other, not just as husband and wife, but as two people ready to confront the truth and rebuild from the ashes. It wouldn't be easy, but it was a start, one that could lead them back to each other if they were willing to fight for it.